So this blocks your setup. The app doesn't run.
So basically, I think that the user ID 5609, and for that they wanted the.
Yeah, this is our pre-prod AWS account. I want to check what exactly is the data manager setup. So I'll give him. I'll start with you.
Yeah.
So can we provide to others as well? Because
I just want to double check if this is indeed the root access. So Hema, do you mind just double check if you did get added?
maybe you can just reopen terminal. Okay, you can run it once. Try.
It's still getting failure.
Do the same one?
Yeah.
Do you mind pasting that command which you have in the Zoom chat? I'm just going to check quickly with the team if they know what specific access drives.
Yeah, I think they shared on the group chat, right? Yama?
Oh, I want the specific command.
Yeah.
The EMI CLI command. Yeah.
I need to share whole command or
Yeah, just this is perfect. Just share this one.
Yeah.
So I think for this reason the bill is not processing and
No. We'll check with the team to understand why is this access. From as far as I know, this access is just derived from our overall dev portal developer access, and you have that one already. So I am curious if there's anything specific for this. When we had somebody recently on board to ID proof, they did not need any explicit access, but it might be just that they got added in another role, and that's what drives this role access as well.
Okay. Yeah. I think. For netfile service, right, Bakul, I think we already pinged to. We want that V3 collections, right?
Yeah, the V3 collections we checked with Eon. So there is some delta difference between V1 and V3. So he's going to be adding that delta difference. But for netfile, I want us to hold off right now. So it's great, like you have Waymark and Charles set up. So what Ahor's idea about having the test created for netfile was, rather than just creating the like the one option is that all of the files which essentially help us connect to the CRA server, we can just choose to ignore those and add in unit tests for everything else. But that's not going to be very helpful. So what he wanted us to do was to have these Waymark JSON endpoint output added in the system and write unit tests against this. So it's kind of blurring the boundaries between unit and integration, but this is going to be more helpful in the long term. Now, given that yours not well today, I want to wait for him to be back tomorrow so that he can guide you through specifically what tests we'd want to write and how we'd want to proceed with those.
Yeah, sounds good. I think for this ID proof also, right, which I checked, this is also one of the backend API, right? we require this also the collections if it should be helpful.
So ID proof is a UI service. So basically, it has like once you're able to run ID proof, it's going to spin up a UI for you. You will be able to log into that UI using your corp credentials and everything. That access for the corp credentials, that one I've already given. I think I gave it to Hema and Arya, but I'm not sure if I gave it to you, Virendra. So I can check. But that access is already done. So bottom line, the ID proof service is basically a service which our care agents, which is customer care, uses to try searching for a user. So it has an interface. You log into that interface. You get in an identifier like an auth ID or a name for a user. You can start typing it and hits our database, and it eventually gives you a match of all the potential users who fit that name. So that's how, in case if like a user calls in and if they're not able to remember the auth ID, or if somehow we want to recover their details, that's what we use. So this application, you wouldn't need to explicitly have the APIs. You can run it through the UI. This is both backend and front end.
That sounds good. I think we also walk through the code. I think Emma, can you just correct me if I'm wrong? Can you check that one? The code coverage part is there.
No, it's actually it's also getting build failure because of this.
That was the existing configuration, or you did the configuration?
No, I done the configuration. This extension I have added this.
Apul,
You
can
were
we
trying to add Jacopo, but it was not running because of this access.
Yeah.
So, is it okay to configure that Jacopo plugin for the understanding of the code coverage here?
Yeah, so this one we need Jacopo definitely, and you can understand like get the coverage in, and then like I said, this already has about 48 to 50% coverage, so it's just going to be a matter of understanding what all repos don't have it, and then adding explicitly what all not repos, sorry, classes don't have the unit tests, and adding those unit tests.
Okay, we'll integrate them and check that.
Yeah. I've posted that access, that one command internally to see what access is needed, and as soon as I get somebody, I will make sure that you all have access. Okay. Now, in terms of essentially the next steps, because like I said, right, obviously Hema and Arya, once this access is figured out, you'll be able to run the app. So the next steps would be essentially just to continue with the setup, and then understand and get the unit coverage up for any places where they're not full, where Jacopo tells you that these classes are not covered. So start adding in tests for those areas. There's nothing specific in ID proof which you'll have to exclude or anything. You will be able to write unit tests for pretty much everything. Now, in terms of Sai and Virendra, just because we have Ihor, he's off today. I